Hi Sag, here is your quantum story. Um, Funny story, a psychic, an astrologer actually, told me this summer, in July, that my next relationship would be a Sagittarius, so I am apparently still waiting for one of you to reach out. Take your time. We're good. Take your time. So yin first. This is your feminine energy. Child, magical. Light attributes. Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Like it. Shadow attributes. Pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. Let's move on to Yang, because Yang energy, masculine energy. Goddess, light attributes. The feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. Shadow attribute. Exploitation of the female nature and form. Alright, so. Well, I have the cards laid out here, so I know what's going on, not just from these two cards. We are in the process, Sag, to alchemize our shadow into the light attributes. So right now, we are really being asked to look at the shadows and see it within ourselves where this is true. So again, I'm going to read you the shadow for your yin, your feminine energy. Pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. Where can you see? Have you been depressed lately? Do you even know what your definition of a miracle is, and do you not believe in it? Are you a pessimist, or have you been more pessimistic lately? Or have you not been putting energy and action into what you want to grow? So that's your female energy. Your masculine energy is shadow sided, exploitation of the female nature and form. So really, it seems like you're all in your feminine energy, and you're not taking action. You're not taking action on something that you know needs to grow and be manifested into a physical aspect. You're all into your spiritual and your inner nurturing energy. So your feminine energy, the child magical, this energy of pessimism, depression, or disbelief in miracles, it's actually asking you to let it go very softly. It's going to gently, it's almost like being in that vibration, in those beliefs or your disbeliefs or not taking action is actually keeping you in this empty room energy. And I remember when I first started meditating, I would meditate and feel myself being in an empty room, and I had no idea back then what it was like. It was only because I wasn't reading cards, and then when I started connecting with the cards and the energies is when I understood what was going on back then, in retrospect, of course. But this energy of empty room it felt very peaceful and nice to me, but there was nothing grew there. That's what this is. Nothing grows in that empty room. It's like you keep looking, but there's nothing going on. You need to get out of that room to start creating what needs to be created. And that part of you, this part of you that's, I don't want to call it lazy, but that isn't taking action, that perhaps you've been in a little bit of a mode of depression. And depression looks different on different people. So you've been in this mode of depression, and maybe you've been thinking or spending energy on something that really is meant to be yours and is going to come to you as a miracle. But since it's not here, you're still in this place of depression in this empty room without taking action into other things. Besides this one thing that you're waiting for, take actions on other things that you can create and grow in the meantime. And then your yang energy, your masculine energy, is the goddess. It's again, you're a lot in your feminine and not enough in your action, and this is exploitations of the female form. So here we have the temptation card, the siren, and then the forest. So definitely something is getting you trapped you're trapped in a very difficult energy, because it's like you want to take action, but you know that the action that you want to take isn't It's not the it's not a hit or miss. It's like the action that you want to take, that you're being tempted to take, that I think deep down you know it's not time, or it's not your action to take. It's like you're meant to be taking action towards something, and the action that you want to be taking is the one place when you know if you do, you're gonna go right back to this place of half darkness, half good, and you're not gonna get out of this place. It's like a loop. It's like you've been doing something on a loop, on a loop, on a loop, and it's not gonna get better. It's almost like the action in this specific thing needs to come from a different source, but you're the one who wants the responsibility of taking the action already. It's like it's supposed to come to you, and all you think about is making a move, or all you think about is for this thing to be coming, for this thing is coming, or I can just go and get this thing, and you're just meant to not distract yourself, but be creating something else, or be enjoying something else in the meantime while this thing is on this way to you. But it's almost like you're stuck in this place of inaction towards the things that you should be taking action towards, which is in everything that you do and you see, believe that anything is possible, and see all the beautiful things and all the beauty in everything, even the beauty in this period of time where you have to not take action towards this thing. This thing is coming to you. See the beauty in that instead of being impatient in some way. And the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. It's almost like what you're meant to be doing is sit in this female energy, both in your feminine and masculine, because the feminine energy is the thing that attracts it. See, the masculine energy is the one that takes action. It's almost like you're waiting for a masculine energy to take action towards you, and you're getting impatient and you want to go and you want to pursue it yourself, but the universe is telling you, we're going to bring it to you. This is the way that it's meant to be happening, is you going about your business and doing whatever it is in your life, and this thing that you want is going to come to you. You don't have to move a muscle for it, but it's just like you're very like, you want it and you want it now. That's what it feels like. So this actual pattern, this thing that you're going through, is actually a very karmic, like ancestral kind of thing. And you know what this feels like? It feels like, this is just an example, just for the feel of it, just feel into this. It feels like you never believed in miracles. You don't even know what your definition of miracles truly is. It's almost like you've had your spiritual awakening and you used to be an atheist, and now you can't deny that there's something big out there, that there's, a spiritual realm and something called God or universe, and something that's working behind the scenes in the unseen. And now that you know that it exists, and you come from a background where you're like completely just like, now there's still a little bit of you that needs to surrender to being delivered things. Because before you're like, no, you have to work hard to get things, you have to take action, you have to do all these things. And now you're being asked to trust that if you let it go and you give it to the universe to bring it to you, that's how it works. It's almost like your faith is right there. Like, we know you came from this background of hard work and not believing that things just come to you easily, or you don't deserve happiness, or you don't deserve love or good things to happen to you. It's almost like this thing is needing to get out of your system, and that is your last bit of karma. And I say that because you came from a place where you went through a lot of hard things in life. You went through a lot of challenges, you came from this. I added a new deck to these. You came from this, you're trapped in fear, you're trapped in, but if I don't go after it, then I don't get to have it. And this is something that you truly, truly want. And so you're trapped in this fear of losing it, or not having it, or like of lack of abundance or something. And the universe is here like, no, this is your lesson right now, is to let it go. Let it go, and we'll bring it to you. And so the last card we have here is movement, choices, and decisions. So truly, um, it truly is that, I mean, it's a 2, so clearly something is coming for you. There's movement, there's choices, there's decision, but it's this other thing that needs to come to you. You've done all of your work, so you have all the element, you have everything you need. You've gathered everything you need within yourself and everything you need to know and do. You've done it. You've manifested it. Now it's just a matter of it showing up in your reality. And it's this other thing that needs to come to you, that needs to move, that needs to make the choice and the decision to come to you. And it's very uncomfortable for you because you've never been in a place where you haven't had to, pursue or work hard for it. And so that seems to be your lesson in this story. I love this, Sag. I love this. Oh, wow. In the beginning, I was like, well, one of you needs to make a move. Apparently, I'm the one who needs to make a move towards you because you're waiting. That's funny. That's it. That's all I have. I hope it helps, and I'll see you next time.